Greetings, I'm the GM and Director of Player Personnel for the Hornets. In addition to first pick, we also have the 10th pick in the upcoming draft and are looking at you with one of those picks. We would like to get to know you better by asking you a couple questions. Let's get to it. Now, obviously, you play at unarguably our strongest position with Eric Gordon. Eric is our centerpiece, and we're building this team around after the Chris Paul deal. He can't do everything himself. We know that. He knows that. We've got some great pieces around him, but I think we're really lacking in depth, and I think you would be a great fit for our team. Do you think you could handle backing him up or playing out of position with him?
Man, Eric is a great player. And I think not only could we coexist together on the court, man, we could thrive together. Even if I have to slide over, or I come in off the bench to give him a breather, it'll just be too much offense for any defense to withstand. I could see us doing great things together, man. Great thing.
Interesting. Next question. What do you think you'll bring to a franchise as far as marketability?
Man, I bring a smile, a hard work ethic, and some really bad dance moves, man. I feel like people can really relate to me, really get behind me, feel me?
Okay, I think I've heard all I needed to hear for now. You're definitely someone we can use on our team. Now we just need you to be available when it's our turn to pick. Good game out there tonight, son. I'm the GM of the Raptors, and I must say I was impressed with your performance. We have the 8th pick of the draft and are looking for someone to be the face of our franchise. We'd like to ask you a couple questions and get a feel of how well you'd fit in with us. Aside from a few veterans, this is a very young team. We have a lot of guys that I really believe in, one of those guys being DeMar DeRozan, who plays the same position as you. How do you think you'd fit in with our current roster?
You'd be lucky to have me. That's how I think I'd fit in. The question you should be asking is, do I want to play in Toronto? Answer, nah. The way you worded that question makes me think you believe DeMar is a better player than me. That tells me a lot right there. I hear Toronto's a beautiful city, but it's no place for me right now. That's for sure.
Next question. We feel like we have a great young core in Bargnani and now Valanciunas coming over from Europe. We might not turn things around immediately, but if we can add another great young talent, we'll be a team to contend with in a short time. Are you willing to be part of a developing process for a few seasons, even if that means losing your fair share of games?
I didn't come to the NBA to be happy about losing. Honestly, the way I see it, it's now or never. YOLO, baby. I just don't see myself being happy in Toronto and suggest that you look elsewhere in this draft, man.
Well, that didn't go quite as I expected. We'll see you at the draft.
Nice performance tonight. I'm GM and President of Team Operations for the Suns.
We have the 13th pick in the draft and I'm considering using it on you. I'd like to ask you a couple questions real quick if you don't mind. As a whole, the Suns have kept the same core for the better part of a decade. We found a winning formula and stuck by it, just rotating in supporting pieces where necessary. As I'm sure you've seen over the last year or so, we're in the midst of overhauling our roster. We really love the idea of you being a part of that process. What do you think about being a centerpiece for the new Phoenix Suns?
Honestly, no thanks. I'm looking to come into this league and win right away. I want rings, titles. I feel like your franchise has a long road to recovery before it's ready to compete again. And I'm just not willing to give the time to wait that out.
Okay, last question. How did you feel about your game tonight? What stood out to you?
I felt pretty good. I could have shot the ball a little better. I could have done some things a little better, but all in all, I think I did okay.
Thanks for answering our questions. I don't know that we're a fit for you at this time. We'll need to discuss internally. I'll be in touch.
Say goodbye.